Hello FCA teammates, I hope this video finds each one of you well and excited about Thanksgiving. I know I'm excited. Faith, family, food, and football. Go Cowboys, right? Just excited about Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys are too. And in the midst of this time of thanks, I just wanted to pause, say thank you to each one of you who supports this ministry, whether it be through prayer, financially, service, sending other people our way, whatever it might be. It really takes a team to accomplish the FCA vision of seeing the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. And I just want to pause to say thank you this week of Thanksgiving for that. And I also want to update you on a few different items that are going on within Northeast Ohio FCA. First and foremost, I've called and informed you, many of you, of this, but there's going to be a transition within Northeast Ohio FCA. In particular, I'm taking myself out of the Northeast Ohio director position and focusing my efforts more intently back on Akron, and in particular, the University of Akron. And my heartbeat with respect to that transition was that in the Northeast Ohio role, I often felt like a square peg trying to fit into a round hole. I was 1,000 miles wide and an inch deep in everything that I was doing from a ministry standpoint, and just from a ministry philosophy standpoint, that did not sit well with me. And so my heart for this transition is to take that dynamic and flip it on its head, so that I might go deep with a few, in particular at the University of Akron. Many of you know that I'm a former college football coach, and so in many ways my heart still resides on the college football field. And so the more time that I can spend on that field, yucking it up with coaches and athletes, having fun, developing relationships, and helping them grow in their relationship with Christ, that's my wheelhouse. That's where I need to be, and that's what God has created me to do. So trying to lock in on that a little bit more and maximize my time there. With that said, the ministry at the University of Akron will continue to look like a Thursday night athletes huddle, in which we get together for an hour or so. We're meeting via Zoom right now, but we hope to be in person in the spring as we turn the corner out of the winter. And in addition to that, I show up to multiple different practices. I travel with the football team to all of their games, stand on the sidelines with them, and do a chapel service the night before the game for the football team. In addition, we've had multiple athletes come to the house for church, to watch church, or even to go to church with us before COVID. And so really my heart for ministry at the University of Akron would be what I call life on life. I want to be able to integrate myself into the lives of these coaches and athletes and have them do the same. I want it to be commonplace for them to stop by the house, say, hey, how you doing? I want my family to be integrated with their family. In long term, I think that will bear tremendous fruit from a discipleship and relationship with Christ standpoint for these coaches and athletes and for the ministry of FCA, not only at the University of Akron, but in Akron as a whole and in Northeast Ohio and beyond. In particular, just thinking outside the university, I'd love to have those athletes begin to volunteer at local community events or at local high schools and middle schools, right? If you have the college level athlete coming and volunteering for the high school and middle school level athletes, what a tremendous platform that is for Christ. And in addition, would love to eventually recruit future FCA staff people out of this college huddle. And it's really quite easy to do that if you have them for 4 years in the huddle. You're constantly presenting opportunities to become an intern or to become on staff with FCA. So excited about those possibilities. And in the midst of this transition, I'll continue to do community events. You guys will see as we turn the corner toward the spring here, we're going to do what we call an FCA Field Day. We're just mixing up our traditional banquet style event this year for the spring, and we're going to do some socially distanced tournament style events. Think kickball, dodgeball, cornhole, can jam, spike ball, things of that nature. We're going to take all of that, put it together for one event, and do it at CVCA, and then follow it up with a meal and a speaker and some FCA basics. So stay tuned for that. We'll also continue to do the CVCA Bible Project, which is a project in which we provide FCA athletes Bibles to the CVCA football team. They then take those Bibles to each one of their home games and hand them out to their opponents while presenting the gospel and saying what Christ means to them. It's a super powerful outreach tool that CVCA has really developed, and we've just been able to come alongside them and assist in that, and a couple of additional things that we're thinking about and planning for this upcoming summer. FCA has what's called an all abilities sort of wing or branch that you might call it. And this is FCA Ministry for Special Needs Children. And many of you guys know that Scout, my oldest daughter, is special needs. She has Smith-Magenis syndrome. And so as I've kind of dug into FCA's all abilities wing or whatever you want to call it, it has really struck a nerve on my heart. And I want to put together an all abilities sports camp here in the Akron area for special needs children in the summer of 2021. Ideal world, we would have it at InfoCision Stadium. We would have the University of Akron football team volunteering at it. I just think it could be a really powerful experience for not only the kids, the parents of the kids, but also the volunteers. So would like to do that, and also have some another coaches retreat in the mix as well for coaches. I would love to do some sort of spiritual disciplines retreat. I think as I look into our world, we're so fast, we're so in a hurry, we're so trying to get to the next thing, and I think there are many spiritual disciplines that have kind of been pushed to the wayside as a result of that. And so would love to have a 4 or 5 day event in the summer where a small group of coaches can come and really dive deep into some of those disciplines, being solitude, silence, prayer, those things that we see Christ embodying and carrying out during his ministry. I would love to introduce that into the lives of some coaches and have them really just decompress and give themselves an opportunity to connect with God. And so that's something else that we'll be looking forward to and planning in the future as well. And of course, I'll continue to serve our huddles within the greater Akron area. We have 28 of those huddles. Many are on pause or meeting virtually right now because of the situation that we have. But as we continue to reach into the school systems, I'll continue to serve those huddles as well. And then from a Great Lakes region standpoint, right, this is Ohio, West Virginia, Indiana, and Michigan. That's our region within FCA. We'll continue to do a coaches marriage retreat in the summers. So ultimately just taking coaches and their spouses on a weekend retreat, pouring into their marriages and helping them to really build a solid foundation there and make sure that they're paying attention to their marriage and really helping it flourish in the midst of, we know coaches have crazy schedules and things of that nature. Also for this summer, we're planning a collegiate athletes camp on Memorial Day weekend. And as I said earlier, collegiate athletes are in many ways my heartbeat. So I'm going to be heavily involved in making sure that camp happens. It's going to be down at Mount Vernon Nazarene University in Mount Vernon, Ohio, which is about an hour away from us here in Akron. So excited about that as well. And so ultimately, this is what it'll look like for me moving forward. I'm excited about it. I am pumped to be in this role. I've told my wife and others within the past month and a half or so as we've made this transition, there have been multiple times that I've been in tears or near tears because I just feel like God has me exactly where he wants me. And I'm excited about that. I really feel like I'm stepping into my role and what God has equipped me to do. So that's the transition. That's the vision for the transition. And then the last thing I want to touch base on as we round the corner toward year end here, I will be reaching out to many of you for year end gifts. I would love it if you would just pray about making a year end donation to FCA Akron to continue to push our efforts forward. And in particular, with relation to that, we are launching an initiative called Club 21. And essentially what we're doing with Club 21 is giving people an opportunity to financially invest in FCA by making a $21 a month donation to really help push us forward into success into 2021, hence Club 21. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well, and we'll just continue to update you via newsletters and things of that nature. Once again, I hope to see each one of you in person in the future. I know it's a crazy world we're living in, but once again, God is on the throne. He's good. I'm glad that many of us are getting an opportunity to connect with our families here this week and really to just downshift for a bit connect with them, connect with God, refuel, not only spiritually but physically, with some good turkey and gravy and stuffing and all that comes with Thanksgiving. So once again, you're all very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk soon.